Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are here for the first time, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you what I got at work today, and it's Milex air cooler, 15 liters. This machine is an air cooler. All right, so that's where you put the water. All right, one of my clients brought this to me and said, my friend, because I know you fix phones, so can you help me check this machine, this air cooler I have at home? It's got a problem. So guys, I want us to check the problem together. All right, when we plug the air cooler machine, this is what will happen. So watch out and see what is going on with this air cooler. All right, once you press the power on, the two red lights shows. Can you see it? I'm going to press again. Those two red lights shows and it trips off by itself. I'm going to do it again. You see that? But there is something I noticed. Once you press it down and you hold it, once you press it down and hold it, it works. But you see those lights, they're fluctuating up and down like that. And once you release the power button, they go off. So I was like, no problem. I think there should be a motherboard controlling this switch stuff. Do you understand? There's a motherboard right inside this air cooler. So guys, let's open up this machine and see how we can be able to detect the problem. First, we need to look around and see how, where the problem is and how we can go about it. Since it is a PCB, I'm very glad. I was so happy because I work with PCBs. I'm so excited to work with this one. All right, so the first thing to do is to do a physical inspection. Physical inspection means looking onto that PCB to see if there's any bond, or if there's any broken line, if there's any rust, or if there's any burnt component on the PCB. So I'm going to remove the screw from this PCB, the screws from this PCB, so we can inspect the other side of the PCB. All right, so please make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel for more amazing tips and tricks and solutions in which you can use to solve PCB problems. Is it on mobile PC or anything that has PCB in it? All right guys, all right, I'm checking through the laminated lines if there is any fault, if there's any breakage in lines and all that. And from this side as well, I'm checking if there's any burnt component that causes this machine to trip off by itself. All right, I'm going to do a physical inspection first, then I'm going to go over to my multimeter if I can't see any. So let's plug it again and let's press the power button and see what is going on. You see those two LED lights are showing, and once you release the power button, it goes off. That means it's not storing power. Like it's not storing power. What is that thing that is causing this problem? All right, the first thing first I would like to measure is the diodes. All right, the diodes, and I'm going to be measuring diodes now if they are good, and this is giving a good reading, 0.6. That's a very, very good reading for the first diode. I'm now reading the second diode, placing my probes on the negative and the positive side. This also gives a very good reading. All right, the diodes are okay. All right, let's check these transistors right over here. Let's check this component right over here, these transistors. Let's see the reading. All right, from the source. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's take some measurements on these transistors right here, guys. Let's go. All right, measuring the first transistor, it gives 0.6 reading. That's very good. Inside these transistors we have diode inside, so we measure on diode mode the way we measure the first one, the diode at first. Okay, the second one is also okay. Now the last one is also okay. It's giving good reading. So what can be the problem of this PCB? How can we solve this problem? All right, so follow me as we go more into troubleshooting and trying to detect where this problem is. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. All right. I'm going to involve my thermal camera. Since I have inspected the board, I've measured, and everything seems to be okay. Now it's time for the thermal camera to come in and help us out to detect where there is shorts on this PCB. All right, so switching on my thermal camera, trying to inspect the board. Yes, I can see a red. There is a red spot right there. There is an eating spot right there. Something is eating up right there. So let's locate which part of the board is eating, or which component. Okay, I can see. Placing my knife, I'm actually using a knife to see where the problem is. You see that red spot? This is where the red spot is. All right, using my knife, now I can see this is the spot. All right, and looking at that is a resistor. That is a resistor right there. So that resistor is giving us, is eating up. That resistor is eating up. All right, so we are going to check the value of this resistor. All right, so if you want to check the value of this resistor, you need to go to Google, and all you need is to mark those stripes on the resistor. You mark those stripes like you are seeing me doing right now. All right, the first one is orange. We have two orange stripes. That's the first two. They are orange stripe, and the next one is yellow line, a yellow stripe from that resistor, and the last one is the brown stripe. All right, so we press calculate, and you can see the value of that resistor is 330k. all right, 330k ohms resistor. That is the value of that resistor. So let's use our multimeter to read the value of the resistor. If it's gonna give us 300 and above reading. If it gives us 300 and above reading, that's a good reading. That's still okay for the resistor. But if it's shorting, if it's giving us 0.001 ohms, that is not a good value. It's giving us 100 kilo ohm. It's not a good reading. Now we can see it's giving us 325.8 or 0.9 kilo ohms, which is a very, very good resistor. The resistor is still okay. All right, we've read the resistor. What can be the problem? So I'm thinking, what is that thing? What is that thing that will be shorting this resistor? There must be a component shorting the resistors. And looking at the back side of this PCB, you see the resistor is right there. Okay, let me disconnect the power cable. The resistor is right here at the back side, and still on that same place there is a capacitor right there. This capacitor might be having a problem, and the value of this capacitor is 1.2 microfarad. All right, so we are going to get another capacitor. Let's replace the capacitor and let's see what happens. All right, we're still troubleshooting. Okay guys, because we've gotten our hotspot and the resistance of the resistor is intact. Now we have to check that capacitor, because they are on the same leg, they are on the same spot right there. Do you understand? So let's remove this capacitor and replace a new capacitor. All right, you can be asking me, this capacitor you are putting is not the same one as the one that is there. Okay, what I'm going to tell you now guys is that this capacitor can also work, because it's almost the same. This capacitor, you can ask me, where can we get this type of capacitor? All right, because it's very, very scarce to find. Okay, you can get it from standing fan. You can get it from a stand fan, not standing fan, sorry. You can get it from a stand fan or a ceiling fan. You know, the fans that are mounted on the ceiling top. You can get this type of capacitor right there as well. So all right, you can also get it on some PCBs that might. Just make sure you check the values of this capacitor and make sure they are the same, or the one you are putting is slightly above the one that you removed from the PCB. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done soldering my capacitor right on those spots. So As you can see, that's the capacitor 1.5 microfarad. That one was 1.2. This is 1.5. That the previous one we took out was 1.2. So it's still okay. This capacitor is still all right. So let's plug in the power cable and insert our charger into the electric socket. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content. All right, let's go. Let's plug in the power cable and let's try and press the power button, the switch, if the lights are gonna go off or not. Okay, the lights are on now. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, you can see how this thing works, guys. This is working perfectly now. The lights are no more going off. The LEDs are staying right there. They are working the way it's supposed to work, and this is a beautiful one. This is a beautiful job. Can you give a thumbs up for that job, for that achievement? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this channel, and we are still gonna couple this back and test this while everything is intact. All right, let's plug back the power cable again and let's see. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the importance of the capacitor, a good working capacitor on the PCB. We can see that capacitor was very weak. That's why it couldn't hold the power. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the air cooler is working perfectly. Come on, man, it's working perfectly. Come on, subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. See you in my next video. Cheers.